Anthony,
Yeah.
let's talk about, right? In this segment, we are going to talk about the 10 women that we believe are going to go on to become future world champions.
Okay. Your
Yeah.
graphic doesn't say women, though.
Well, there's pictures of them on there, so
Okay,
that should
okay,
indicate.
okay.
Do you know what I mean? It's a lot
You
of
like
words to
it-
fit on,
All
right?
all
You know what YouTube's like? It's like thumbnails.
I
We need to be
could've-
doing like...
maybe I've got this entire thing wrong
You know
now.
what I
You
mean?
didn't say.
I don't know. I just thought, yeah, we'll do future champs and we'll stick
course,
some on.
of course.
We'll make it intriguing with a couple of question mark silhouettes. You know, try my best here. You know what I mean? If you haven't clicked it, well, which you must have clicked
click
it. You must have clicked it if you're here, unless you're listening. But you get me point, right? But we'll dive in, shall we? With number 10.
Boom.
Who've we got?
Mariah May.
It's not Mariah May. You can't do this.
Blake
You forgot her
Monroe.
name, didn't you?
Blake Monroe. No, I didn't. I was trying to get it. Yeah.
Okay.
Blake Monroe, Carl. Now, interestingly, she's had a little bit of not majorly, but she's getting the what you'd expect in terms of negativity. But it's not the same, and her name's are rubbish, and she's not that good, and all this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But the reality is, we've seen when the fans have got behind her. We've seen when the gimmick is working, and we've seen when she's at her peak in that sense. And you go, she's got everything about her to be a future world champion, and we've been able to see that in the back and forth she had with Toni Storm in AEW.
Well, we've seen her get over in Stardom, become champ. We've seen her get over in AEW, become champ.
Yeah.
So,
so we've seen her on those platforms, and you go, okay, she's come into NXT. She's about a couple of weeks in. Everyone's like down on it, but it's like, all right, get over yourself. She's left AEW. She's in WWE. There's no way in hell she is not going to elevate herself to champ level because she is a natural born champ.
we've seen it. We've seen
Now,
it do it.
the only concern for me, and you can weigh in on this if you want,
Cool.
is there's a lot of similarity between her and Tiffy. And I think the trouble might be is like you can get your mirror match, but is it too similar to be over on the main roster?
Do you know what?
Because we've got the whole blonde bombshell thing.
Don't come at me as well, people. I am not that sold on Tiffy's character.
Okay.
I think she's too trying to be from Clueless. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Whereas I think Mariah May has got a bit more substance to her.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Tiffy can go in the ring and all that. She's athletic and all that. But I think Blake has kind of got it all, really. She's obviously got the ring chops, but I just think that there's more layers and depth to her as a character.
Yeah.
We've seen what she can do with the Toni Storm stuff and with the Mina Shirazawa stuff.
I think the interesting thing seems to be that either her or WWE or both trying to figure out who she is in NXT.
Yeah.
Like when she come in, she tried to do what she was doing with the whole...
Well, people have been saying, right, and I'm not down with the kids, right? I only know one song by her, but they're saying that she's trying to rip off Sabrina Carpenter. So apparently there was a cartoon version of Sabrina Carpenter. They did that. There's Sabrina Carpenter in the bath. They did that, and then they're saying that they're trying to turn. Yeah. So I don't know, but if that is the case,
it might be because they're trying to push to the fact that she they're trying to treat her like that star, aren't they? I don't know. That's probably a rubbish way of explaining it. Do you know what I mean? Like a TV star before she's a wrestler kind of thing. Yeah. And this seems to be kind of what they're going for. But a couple of her first promos in NXT, she was doing that sort of jokey, I'm into women thing that Toni Storm was doing. It's the only way I can explain it. And they seem to pivot away from that because they were that's it's too carbon copy. And we can't really do that kind of thing. And maybe I'm wrong on that, but that seems to be something they tried in the first promo, maybe the second, and they were like, we'll back away from that shit. Yeah. So
you think they're still trying to find a feet?
I think they're still trying to find what they want Blake Monroe to be.
Yeah. Which I think is fair. Do you know what I mean? Because as you say, you can't just carbon copy.
That's what NXT's for.
Well, exactly.
So it makes sense.
No, because I was going to say, realistically, she could have went straight to the main roster, but maybe that's the reason they have put her in NXT, is because they're like, well, actually, we need to figure out who she is in the WWE universe. But
exactly. And I think once they find that, and we've had these discussions, you've said this about Austin Theory, once they find that gimmick, then headed straight to championships.
Yes, couldn't agree more. Number 9 on the list, and
of course,
right, people may be going, obviously not, right? And this is not just because we've had her on the show and we love her.
Slightly
she's great,
because of that,
right? A little bit. But Maddie Rankowski.
Yep.
No, Ren Sinclair. I was thinking of Maddie in my head, right? Ren Sinclair on NXT. Obviously, she reminds me a little bit of someone else who's probably going to be on this list, right? Chelsea Green. Because she doesn't get a lot of time. When she gets the time, she'll create a moment that you'll remember.
Yeah.
She'll do something funny, or she'll do something like, you know what I mean? She will get your attention in a way, right? And anyone who can do that will go on to bigger and better things, right? We know she's got the wrestling chops. She's trained with Thunder. She's been down at Mission Pro. She's been everywhere, right? Yep. You know, come straight out of Texas, got all the chops. We know that. Character-wise, fantastic.
Yeah.
She can talk.
She knows
Happy Wednesday, right? Yeah. She's just got it.
Yeah.
Right. So
she,
for me,
she understands the subtleties in body language and everything.
Yeah. She like the facial expression. She's just got it down to a T, right? So, and at the minute, she's playing that role where she doesn't win many matches, right? But there's other people
in there.
Well, that's it. Some people maximize their minutes. It doesn't matter about your win-loss records. They get over. When they get over, you get an opportunity. When you get an opportunity, you win belts. So yeah, for me, she is one of the next few to be called up, I think, to that main roster. I said it when we spoke to her many moons ago. I want to see her do something with Chelsea Green on the main roster. I think it'd be honestly brilliant.
That would be so good.
But yeah,
imagine, and I don't know if this is what you're thinking, but imagine her being part of the Secret Service, being like almost like a protege to Chelsea, because they have a very similar vibe. And then the inevitable turn on.
It would be comedy gold. It would be comedy gold. I don't know what about the inevitable turn on, but
I saw my
yeah. Well, yeah. But yeah, 100%. Ren Sinclair is number 9 on this list. I think big things in her future, and one of them will be a world championship. This one should be pretty easy for you, Anthony, because you are a big fan.
I actually think. Sorry, for those who are listening and can't see the image, Jordynne Grace.
Yes,
Jordynne Grace, everybody. The thing I will say about this is I'm surprised
she's not already on the main roster.
They haven't put a rocket under, to be honest. Like, the way she came into the Rumble, the reaction she got, I thought they're going to go main roster, and she's going to, like, she's a powerhouse, so she's got this. She'd be a great foil for the likes of, like, Rhea Ripley and stuff.
Yep.
And they've chose to go NXT, that's fine, you know, she wants to learn the WWE way. A lot of people want to do it that way. And she's doing great in NXT, but this isn't a question of should she be a future world champion. This is a question of I'm surprised they haven't done it already.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
and I think it's inevitable. And I would even say probably in the next year she's going to be main roster and she's going to be champ.
I'd be surprised again if it takes that long. I don't know what they're playing her. As you said, when she, twice wasn't she in the Rumble? She had 2 appearances.
Yes.
Both times wiped the floor with the main roster. So to have her come in NXT, and it's just a bit like, well, hang on.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you say, maybe she's just learning the style or what, but she can go on there and just kill everyone and be a dominant champion.
Yeah. I think she's unique as well. So they don't want to put too much of the same, do they? But she's unique on the main roster. Like I've said, she'd be a good foil for Rhea, but they're similar in terms of being powerhouses, but not similar in style. No. So like it just works. And yeah, I mean, even like, let's say Naomi. I'm not sure where we're at with Naomi.
She's
she in a feud? Yeah, but is she in a feud at the minute?
She's got.
I know she got the belt. Is there?
She's got Rhea and Io at SummerSlam.
Yeah, sound. Well, I think Naomi should keep it. I was just trying to remember where we were with that, right? I think Naomi should keep the belt.
Yeah.
I think they should give Naomi a decent run. But how good an opponent would she be?
Well, it's got the TNA backstory there as well. So.
Straight out the gate.
Yeah.
There's a bit of history there. Mm-hmm. They're not afraid of talking about their history now because they've got some sort of relationship with some sort of cook relationship with TNA.
Terrible.
Sorry. I mean, you've seen the memes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I could see the Naomi feud being a really good one for the pair of them and a good way of bringing her into the main roster.
You know what, man? I don't often agree with you.
Oh, I'm not going
to do on this one. In at number 7, shock horror. We already spoke about her. Chelsea Green.
Yep.
Sorry. Chelsea Green. Yeah, she is a fucking legend, man. I spoke before about maximising minutes and stuff like that. She is so over off the back of doing that. You know what I mean? There's been a couple of times now, like Money in the Bank and stuff like that, where everyone wanted her to win it. Right? So, for whatever reason, they're not giving her as much spotlight now as they were a little while ago, but she's still ticking along. She's got the secret service and all that going for her. She's just a matter of moments away, I think, an opportunity away from getting it.
Yeah.
I still think she should have been Money in the Bank, and she should have, fucking.
I agree. I think they need, while she's got the gimmick she's got going on, especially, she's your classic chicken shit heel, isn't
exactly.
she?
Yeah.
So they need her to have the belt and hide behind the secret service.
Yeah.
Like it has to happen.
Right.
I'm getting Christian vibes with this one.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Well,
be a weasel. Avoid the match. Well, that's exactly what your character does.
Secret Service are the Tyson Tomko of this. That's a name I haven't thought about in a while. But yeah, I completely agree. She should win the Money in the Bank, you know, completely shock everyone by cashing in on it and maybe beating, I don't know, someone fucking mega to win the belt. And then, yeah, she just hides behind it for ages. It'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
And maybe you brought Ren Sinclair up at that point while she's champ, and then maybe, you know, ooh, and then that's where that starts.
Well, that. Imagine, right? I think it boils right into this whole Secret Service thing as well. Imagine the way of getting the belt off her is some sort of infiltration by Red.
Imagine,
it's all there. The story's there.
Triple H, just call us, man. We'll sort you out. We'll help. We've seen, obviously, WWE Unreal has launched on Netflix today. We've seen the way you do things. We can do it better. No whiteboards here with all your stuff. We'll just tell you. We'll tell you what's
the green screen.
Exactly. What do you mean?
Purple wall. Sorry.
How you get that purple brick sponsorship?
Yeah.
But Chelsea Green for me is a cert. If they don't pull the trigger on her, I'm just going to be shocked.
Crazy. I mean, it took them too long to do the US title. And I think she did fantastic.
And they shouldn't even have that for long enough either.
No. Well, but I think that's a good sign, though, isn't it? That we're like, that wasn't long enough. That's a good sign.
Exactly. We weren't bored. It wasn't like someone got it and was like, oh, well, that didn't live up to it. Like, yeah, she deserves it and it needs to happen.
Okay, Carl.
Okay.
This one should probably be more you, actually, in all fairness.
I'm a big fan. But I'm also a big fan of
Ariana Grace.
Yes.
Right? We are massive fans of her dad. We've had the privilege of speaking to her dad as well. But it's I suppose in a similar sense to Ren, isn't it? That there's something about her. She's got the comedic chops from her father. Obviously, she's got the wrestling chops. Again, from to be fair, to her dad, he can go
the Cobra.
But he can. You know, you got to give him the credit where credit's due. Yeah. He's known for the comic stuff, but he can go in the ring.
He's a badass, man.
And he does martial arts as well. He's a legit fighter. So, she's clearly talented in the ring. I think she's more over in a gimmick, isn't she? To be fair, as a character, but like, how is there not a future main roster and main title run for this?
Yeah,
you know,
I think. Do you know what? It's tough, this one, because I'd love to see her get the world title. I think at a bare minimum she needs either the US or IC belts. Do you know what I mean? But she needs to call up to that main roster. I think she would kill it on there. And then, as I said, if you can maximise your minutes and make the most of your time, anything's possible.
The only thing I would ask, do you think her current gimmick would work on the main roster, or do you think there'd have to be a bit of a change up?
Well, she can't be Miss NXT if she's on the I kid.
But Miss WWE,
Miss SmackDown, Miss WWE, maybe.
Yeah. Why would you limit yourself? You'd be Miss WWE, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well,
in fact, you could buy into that.
According to you, it's fine to limit yourself if you're Austin Theory and you go after the United States Championship, right? So why limit yourself? You know.
No, but my point being, if you've excelled from NXT to the main roster, then do you claim that you are now Miss WWE?
That's it.
Or do they change the gimmick up completely? Do you think that would be a good thing to do? Or do you think?
I don't know. I think there'll always be an element of comedy to it. I think back to Santino when he was in that Elimination Chamber match, and everyone thought he was going to win, and everyone wanted him to win. Yeah. And he was a comedy character. Yeah. Right?
There was a moment there.
There's a moment.
They could have pulled that trigger quite happily.
Right? And if she can endear the fans to her on the main roster, then all she needs is an opportunity to be in one of those matches and for them to go, look at Jey Uso.
Look at him.
Right? It's just a tag team guy. He's just going to always be a tag team guy. Do you know what I mean? Until all of a sudden, this little bit happens, fans start doing this, you know, all of a sudden, let's push them to the moon. So, yeah, for me, could be a bit of a wild card, but I would.
That's why I thought this might be more you, because I thought you'd be all over this pick.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. But yeah, Ariana Grace, number 6.
Ariana Grace.
And another one from NXT, Anthony, who's very similar ilk, I think, to Ariana Grace, is Carmen Petravich, right? Now, for me, she comes out with the sword. She's obviously got that martial arts background and stuff, and I just think, don't really see that.
Yeah, to be fair.
You know, if
the last person we saw come out with the sword was Drew.
Well, exactly, right?
And you love Drew.
Exactly. I just love people with swords coming out swinging their big swords, right? But Carmen, obviously, she just feels like something different, right? Clearly got the look. Clearly would be, capable of selling merchandise and, being the face of the company. And then you add in the fact that she's just a fucking badass and does martial arts and stuff. Like, obviously, we had Ronda Rousey in, but she was an MMA fighter. We had Shayna Baszler, was an MMA fighter. We've not really had, like, a martial artist gimmick.
Yeah.
Right? We had mixed martial arts fighters.
The Karate Kid right there.
Exactly. The Karate Queen.
Are you saying she's not a kid?
I don't know how old she is. But, yeah, I see big things for Carmen, to be honest. As I say, I don't know how old she is. I imagine she's still got quite a big future ahead of her, similar to.
I wasn't actually bringing age into it, to be fair. Just because I called her the Karate Kid, and you seem to disagree.
Well, yeah. I just have a thing with like people being called a kid. It just brings back Shawn Michaels memories, It's just. I'm gonna kill that guy. Kid. But yeah, I don't know. I seriously think she's got a bright future. I think another one who will absolutely kill it, show a point of difference on the main roster, and I think fans would really get behind her. So if that was to happen, I could definitely see a IC title run or US title run, and we know where that can lead. So
indeed,
yeah, I'm going Carmen Petravich on this list.
Yeah, I'm going to support that choice.
Okay,
as a fellow martial artist.
Yes, because we don't want to get stabbed.
Also that.
Yes. Also that. Yes. Number 4, baby.
Okay, you might be surprised at this one because I've been up and down on this, but Roxanne, right?
When did you get up and down on that?
I've over the years I've been like sort of like not a massive fan. I don't think I've ever disliked her as a wrestler, but not a massive fan. I've been surprised when she's been called up over other people and stuff like that. But to be fair, I think she's killing it at the minute.
Okay.
I think I can see why they were big on like, let's get her to the main roster and let's see what she can do. I think she's been killing it with the Judgment Day. I'm curious to see how that's all going to pan out.
I cannot wait for this feud with Liv Morgan.
I know, right?
Can't wait.
And I think she's proven that she's got the chops. She's proven that she's got the character work there.
Oh, tiny chief.
I love it. And the more I'm seeing of her, the more I'm thinking, yeah, she will be a world champion in the future.
That's it. She's always had the wrestling chops, you know what I mean? I think when she came in and she was like the baby face, Roxana Perez, it was just like, okay. And when she kind of got that taste of being a heel, and then it was like, oh, okay, there's another level to this. And I think she is killing it as that heel character. I think what happens, how they handle when Liv comes back and the whole fallout of the Judgment Day stuff.
That will be
that for me is going to tell us everything we need to know.
That will be the judgment, wouldn't it?
It will. It is her Judgment Day when that happens. Because...
And that could be an absolute bomb of a feud.
Yeah, but
to be.
Liv had very similar kind of, just this girl from Jersey. She wears a backwards cap, like she's nothing about it. You know what I mean? Came in, Riot Squad, she got blue tongue. You know what I mean? And now, like, fucking okay, yeah, she's a world champ. I can see that. You know what I mean?
The almost poetry of the story as well, that she's had to have some time off, and what she did to Rhea is happening to her, or that's what they're hinting at anyway.
Well, exactly.
And that could go a number of ways, but you imagine it's going to come back with them two just not liking each other.
Oh, yeah.
And there being some full-on fucking battle.
There's going to be something.
It's not, it won't feel like you can't, right now you couldn't put her, and this is no disrespect to her when I say this, but right now you couldn't like put her against the likes of Naomi, for instance, and it not feel like Naomi should just body her. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Whereas I think with a little bit more time and then with like a revenge story around it, her and Liv will be a fantastic match, and that then pushes her further into, all right, yeah, you're a main event player here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah,
it's all a matter of time, isn't it?
It is. It's a matter of time, and I'm very curious to see how they handle the Liv and Roxy thing, because I think that's going to really show, can she hang at that level?
100%.
And I've got faith that she can. So
you gotta have faith.
Gotta have faith. Okay, in at number 3, I'm keen to get your thoughts on this one, because Julia, the current Women's United States champion, is getting some very mixed reviews. I think WWE is clearly very high on her. They made a massive deal when they brought her in from Japan, and didn't take long at all before she was a champion on NXT. They clearly see a lot in her. For me, and maybe it's a little bit to do with like the attire and the way she carries herself, but I do get slight Asuka vibes from Julia. But I clearly think like she's got the look. Like obviously, I mean, she look at her. She's got the look. That looks like a star. Do you know what I mean? She'll be a star, don't you? Right?
You went full on creepy Hollywood guy.
A star, don't you? But like she looks like a star. Do you know what I mean? You can clearly see her as the face of the company.
Yeah.
But the United States Championship run ain't it at the moment.
It's interesting.
And is that Julia? Is that WWE?
I think it's WWE.
Yeah.
My personal opinion is I think it's that classic thing that they've done to us before where they haven't let the fans decide and they've gone, you'll like this one.
Yeah.
And everyone's gone, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
And I feel that's where the mixed reactions coming from, because she's definitely a star, and some people are seeing that and going, you know what, yeah, she's going to be a star, like she's good. And other people are going like, why are you pushing this woman down my throat?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And WWE have done this with stars before when they keep telling you this person's going to be huge and you're going to love them and you just put up with it. Yeah. Right? And I think they're not being massively heavy-handed with it, but I think that's where some of the mixed reactions coming from is like WWE expecting people to like just be on board.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As daft as that sounds, I think they needed to just kind of let it bed in naturally, and they haven't. I think that's the issue.
You know what? That's fair. I can get on board with that. For me, what I would love to see, because I'm a fantasy book in the future here, I would love to see Asuka get the belt one more time. And I want to see Asuka.
A mirror match, don't you?
I want a mirror match. I want Asuka and Julia, right? And I want Asuka to be the one that is basically the Charlotte Flair treatment, where it's like you were ready for Asuka. That needs to be Julia. Asuka needs to pass the baton on to her, because I think we need like an Empress of Tomorrow type of.
And then nobody's ready for Julia.
Well, yeah. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, well, you get that rubber stamp from Asuka, it's like, that'll make her. So if she can do that by beating her for the title at WrestleMania in a year or two's time,
that would be pretty cool.
I'm on board. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, I have faith. I do think WWE is the one that's not kind of letting her get to her full potential at the moment with like the way they book in the US title division, but we will see. Number 2, Anthony. I'll sit back, let you discuss all Miss Vaquer.
There's no discussion that needs to happen here, Carl. I'm just, like, this is all I need to say for the audience. Stephanie Vaquer.
The end? Okay.
There needs to be no other reason.
Come on, give us your reasons. There's got to be reasons.
Okay, look. Despite the weird and slight controversy when she signed with WWE, because obviously she was signed with, was it CMML?
Yeah, and then obviously she came in Forbidden Door.
She was still a champ with them, I believe, as well. And everyone was expecting her to go with AEW. And obviously the relationship between the two companies was solid. And then she left both companies and went to WWE. And everyone was like, ooh, you don't do that. It's not professional. And she come in with a little bit of controversy. And then, honestly, for me, maybe it's not a stark contrast as I'm making it out to be, but I felt it was. It's like, she come in, and the minute she come into NXT, everyone's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Fine. We're totally fine with it because she's already a star.
Yeah.
Honestly, like the fact she started in NXT was just crazy to me.
What's mad to me, they brought in Stephanie Vaquer and Julia around the same time, and I thought, oh, Julia will be and it kind of gone the opposite.
Yeah.
So obviously they're both main roster. Well, they are main roster now, aren't they? Like
both main roster now. Yeah.
They are both main roster, and I know that Julia's got a belt at the minute, but I feel like the way that Stephanie Vaquer is presented, she feels like a bigger deal.
I think that's the whole presentation is interesting because it is like that, like without ever holding a belt with WWE. No, she has NXT belts, but even like regardless, she doesn't need a championship. The presentation, the way she enters to the ring, is straight away everyone's like, this woman's a big deal.
Yeah,
and that's talent in itself, isn't it?
Well, that's what you need.
To present yourself and to be presented as a big deal.
Yeah.
Do you know who else does a similar thing? Penta. Never had a title with WWE. Wasn't, he's known on the indies massively. Wasn't massively known in WWE. Comes in, the right entrance, the right packaging, the right booking, and everyone's like, this guy's a big deal.
And yeah, they didn't really do that with Ray Fenix, did they?
No, he just kind of turned up.
Yeah. Which is a bit
interesting, isn't it?
Yeah,
but
she's definitely got aura.
The presentation is, and it's not just a Stephanie thing herself. The presentation, the way WWE have treated her, has put that star power there as well.
Yeah,
and I think the only thing she's missing on the main roster is Booker T, who's probably her biggest what's the word, ambassador.
Yeah,
But 100% absolute star. I'm so glad so far, touch wood, that they're not going during the Judgment Day.
Fucking join the LWO.
Or the LWO. They do one of the, and I hope they don't. I hope they just let her be a star in her own right. Not everyone has to be in a faction. But yeah, 100%. I mean, come on, undeniably. You haven't said things.
No, I'm just letting you have your moments because I know you're very impassioned about old Miss Vaquer. Yeah, she's a star, man. I think in some of the other segments we've had, I love a mirror match. I think Rhea Ripley could main event WrestleMania.
100%.
I'm just throwing out there. Could.
Yeah.
So
I think people are waiting for that match.
Yeah, that for me should tell you everything you need to know in terms of what I think of her, as well as Rhea. I just think, yeah, they've both got something about them, and what.
I didn't know if you meant that in a Booker T way or a genuine.
No, genuine. An aura, shall we will, and yeah, I think that's a match I want to see. But I think 100% she can get to the top, and I think she will. So, deservedly on this list, which brings us, Anthony, and again, there's a million other names we could put on here, but we've gone with, of course, Jade Cargill, because it feels inevitable.
Yeah, ironically, it's probably one of the more controversial because she still has her haters.
She does, and
people are still quick to jump on, like, oh, she's still not great in the ring.
I think a lot of people as well are surprised it hasn't happened already. So when they brought her in, it was like, fuck, huge deal. A Storm, she had the same entrance, the same present. It was like, okay, this is Jade Cargill, right?
It's the closest to a debut as Cody. Yeah, in terms of
100%.
It's the Jade we knew. Has come into this company.
Exactly. Yeah,
and the last time we saw that was with Cody.
It's very rare that they go, everything you're doing right now, we don't want to change it at all.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, exactly. It's very rare that they don't repackage the fuck out of it.
100%. So we knew that it was a thing. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. I'm surprised it could happen at SummerSlam. Right? We've got Jade versus Tiffy. Yeah.
Now, I feel like this might have been a wise acknowledgement from WWE of going, she does need to work on her in-ring stuff because she kind of not disappeared, but she kind of took a backseat a little bit.
Yeah.
And she has developed in the ring as much as people like to shit on her now. Like, she's one of them where she's a spectacle. You know what I mean? Yeah. She doesn't need to be the most talented in the ring. She used to go in the ring. It's wrestling.
And she can.
She can.
I think a lot of
it. Is she ever going to be a fantastic technical wrestler? Probably not.
I don't know if she needs to be.
Yeah. No. Does she fuck?
The thing is as well, and I completely get why they did this, and I actually think it was a good decision. They put her with Bianca Belair, who's a fucking savage. Like, she can go in the ring.
Oh, yeah.
And straight away you're like, well, Bianca's better. Well, no shit, right?
She was a fucking gymnast.
It's like, come on. But I've seen fucking Jade. I saw her in person. I saw her do that botch on the fucking ropes, and everyone, a clash, and everyone was like, oh, fucking hell. Like, the rest of the match, she was solid. She did some amazing stuff. People just wait for one little thing and go, that's it.
And there's my justification right there.
They're just there, like the fucking Grim Reaper, waiting to just fucking destroy her. I'm a huge fan of Jade. I think she deserves to be champ. I hope she beats Tiffy. When's this even coming out? This may be post SummerSlam. Has she defeated Tiffy? We may need to reschedule.
Do you want to do a different soundbite? I can't believe she beat Tiffy.
Yeah,
right choice though. Right choice.
I can't believe that thing off The Simpsons. Yeah. Was it?
After their match with Tiffany, I can't believe she took the win.
But so I don't know. This could come out before. This could come out after. I'm not too sure. But yeah, 100% Jade Cargill will be a champion. I'm saying it right now.
Indeed.
Yeah, they were our picks. They were our 10. Who are we missing? Is there someone, it's tough. As I said, there's a million other people you could have put on here. You could have put like your friggin' Lash Legends, your Soul Rukas, massive NXT backlog of talent.
NXT have got a crazy good roster, especially in the women's division. So you could list most of them. But
we also didn't go too far afield. We could have said someone like fucking Rio from our neck of the woods. Like, maybe she gets signed and she's going to go on to future.
I think we stayed fairly.
We tried to say who's there now and that kind of thing. But we want to know, who do you think is going to be a future world champion? Have we named everyone? Then fine, don't comment. If there's someone you're thinking of that you think should be on this list instead of who we've picked, let us know. While you're here, if you made it this far, subscribe. Click the bell if you want to. He's here. Click it. And yeah, audio peeps, again, big thanks for all of the listens in lots of new countries as well. So yeah, thank you very much. Hopefully you keep listening, and we're going to catch you on the next one.